Hi YouTube, I have seen all of these coming out videos, so I think that I should do one too and do a little background and stuff like that. I was born in Sweden on Christmas Day, 25th of December, and I figured out that I was gay already in kindergarten or preschool. So for me it has never been a problem because I thought to myself, well, this is me, and it has never been a problem with my parents either, because I came out to them when I was 14, I think it was. I put a letter underneath my mother's pillow, and the day after she came and talked to me and told me that she had already knew this. She has always thought that I was gay, or what you could call it. I've always been seeing myself as a more feminine guy, and it came to a point when I was about 15 or 16 that I wanted a sex change, but I realized that it wouldn't work for me, because my looks don't mesh up with how I feel inside. So I gave up that idea. So I now see at myself as a feminine gay guy, and then I bring this up with boyfriends or whatever, that I have this issue that sometimes I see myself as a woman, and then it's up to them if they want to stay or whatever. At this time I came out to my parents. I felt bad because of things that were happening at school. I was sexually bullied, if you can call it that. I don't know. There were guys that came up from behind and just pushed themselves on me, and I was confused because I already knew what I was, and when they came and made they were doing stuff to me that made my thoughts go round, because do they want me for a boyfriend, or what do they want? Do they just want to tease me, or just make me feel insecure, or what? So my being was a bit turmoil at this point, so I ran away from home a lot, and for a couple of days in a row, and multiple times, and stuff like that, because I wasn't feeling in tune with myself. So, and then all these feelings about being something else that you're not. And even now this comes and goes in cycles, I think it is, because some days I fantasize that I am a woman, and and at the same point I feel that I am too old to go through with anything about taking a stand, whether or not I am transsexual. So I think I have to live this way for the rest of my life. But now, recent time, or now, I start to feel, can I at least be a transvestite, or can I be dressed up in drag, just to feel some part of connection to who I am. So that's my issue now. Because when I was younger, I was searching for someone to love me and for who I was. And it was difficult because I met this older guy when I was like 13, or I was 13 and he was 35. So, and after that I thought that a gay person would only look for older men. So I have always been this insecure, shy person, and often I felt like I was in need of someone to take care of me, and somewhat like a father figure, but at the same time not, of course. But I started to feel really bad in my about 20, 22, when I was in those age. I found a guy that immediately wanted to put a ring on my finger. He was 30 something, I don't know. He told me, but later I found out that he was lying about his age, and he was much older. And well, I just thought, what the heck? He seemed to love me, so I have to be in love with him, because I don't know if I will find something more suitable or whatever. I don't want to be alone. So I said, okay. We got engaged, but we didn't marry, because in this age, time, there wasn't legal or whatever. But this man, I don't know, he felt that he could control me, because he had this control issues. That he told me that what jerks my parents was, and my siblings, they didn't care about you or whatnot. So I started to believe these things. So he moved away with me from my hometown. So we went to place. At the same time, I got my own apartment to have my stuff, but we lived at a different place with his things. So we just moved, and when my parents finally got to know my whereabouts, then we moved again, because I don't know why he wanted this, because it was very controlling. I became so unsocial that, and even more insecure in myself, because when am I going to start living? Um, I we lived at almost the same area for 8 years, and we worked at the same place at night, and we didn't have a social life outside our apartment. So in this 7 or 8 years, I never. Oh, sorry. I never got to know anyone. I didn't know how to be social. I never went out of the apartment. I just sat in front of the computer, and he knew he had me there. I was where I am, addicted to games, PC games, computer games, to video games. So I I was placed there, and he knew that I wasn't strong enough to say anything. At this point, I thought that my life is going to be like this. I'm going to stay here and die here. And my parents weren't going to find out. I started to have nightmares about this guy, and I thought that he was going to kill me, because I don't know if that this environment made me. uh, I don't know. I wasn't feeling good, at least. So. However, um, at the in the end of my life with him, I had a bag packed, and I just waited for something to happen. How can I get out of here and find something on my own? And we had plans of starting a little business in another town far away. So we got an apartment on top of the store. So, but at the same time, we worked down at the area we lived in. But finally, he went physical on me, and he hadn't done that before. So until now. So he didn't hit me or anything. He just threw me at the floor and sat on top of me and hold me down. And that made me panic so badly. I had extreme panic. So I was just kicking and screaming and let me go, let me go. So I took my bag and ran out. So bought a ticket, train ticket to the apartment. That we had. I changed the locks and everything, and he came after me the next day. He wanted to come in and have contact with me again, but I said no. No, I can't. So I moved to this apartment myself, but I couldn't stay there because I was afraid he would come and just force himself in or whatever. So I had a friend, or made a friend up here, so I moved out with him for 6 months approximately. And that was extremely good for me because I felt that I had my body was so tired, and emotionally I was, everything just let go. So I just rested for these 6 months. So I was out in the woods with this dog and everything. This part was, I think it's the best part of my adult life. And yeah, and this was about 10 years ago that made me feel like a human again, that I hadn't done in a very long time. And now I have lived with a man for about 9 years. And sure, we are friends and everything, and it feels quite nice to have someone there who likes you. And it could be better, but so's life. And probably I will feel better and better. I don't know, but it's going forward. And this is my first video, and it's quite a personal subject, so I'm not going to edit it. So I hope you bear with me. And I will try to be better at this because I am trying to or want to use this forum that YouTube is to make a sort of diary, video diary, or what it's called, and just talk from me, my feelings and stuff. And if someone wants to hear this, then it's okay. That if someone wants to listen to me rambling about in a language that I'm not familiar to speak, because I haven't spoken English since I was in school, so bear with me. Hopefully I could be better, but yeah, I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So, well, I hope you enjoyed listening to my story, and see you next time. So, bye for now.